I was willing to go in there with one hand. I was very confident, but now with two, it's almost like it should be a walk in the park.
All right, smoke the candy bacon on the Timberline XL. Hang on, Louis.
Because as you prepare your journey to begin, the distractions will come, and they'll come at you like a fire of arrows, looking to penetrate your armor. Because the one who reaches the destination is the one that continues to go after trial and after trial.
Today's our cardio day, baby. So stuff that we're doing today is not traditional, right? We're gonna be moving fast. We got 10 rounds, we got 30 seconds, simulating a 3-minute round with a minute break in between. Y'all better stop playing and get ready. All right, so here we go. Our first workout on this 10 rounds. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get down low, we're gonna explode, drive, right? Which is gonna work that serratus muscle. So when Ryan takes his shot, everything is coming through here, and it's also known as the big boxer muscle. There it is. That's what we do. Damn, only halfway, you already did 100 of them. There you go, come on. Let's go, nephew, get it. Woo! Look at that serratus.
For this camp, we've been keeping it pretty with the same kind of pattern. You know, we wake up around 8:30, and then head to the, strength and conditioning gym. We lift weights, we do, conditioning drills, sprints, all that stuff. Then we take a minor, 10-minute break, and then we head to, boxing.
Crazy numbers right now.
Attaboy. Perfect.
He's totally in shape, and he can only get better, but he's already at his peak.
Get to this point in training camps, when I really dial in, really pay attention, really just go all into this, just like let my mind go. It's like you get into this mode where it's almost like just pictures playing in your head. Like when you're training, you're not even there really. You're just in a whole different dimension.
What are you doing today? Is it sprints?
Sprint work, 6 300-meter sprints with active recovery of a 100-meter jog. 100-meter jog, 300 meters, 100-meter jog, 300 meters. Butted.
Time ready?
So I'm going to cross over.
It's taken me 10 years to get to where I am now. You think that's any comparison? I was scared on my debut. I was definitely scared, but I weren't ready. I was not ready for that sort of exposure, ready for that sort of limelight. I weren't ready for it. Whether it's a stadium or whether it's the O2 Arena, whether it's York Hall, we're still in the ring. Once you're in the ring, you're good. Nothing matters.
Conor Benn is laser focused for this high-stakes showdown. He's pushing past his limits every day in camp, bringing relentless energy and sharp precision to prove he's built for the highest level of the sport. Ryan Garcia is also laser focused on defending his WBC title. Day after day in the gym, he's pushing his limits sharp, explosive, and determined. Garcia is fine-tuning every detail to stay at the top and leave no doubt about his dominance in the ring.
You know what he told me? He said 5 rounds.
I need faster hands, bro. I need faster hands, you know that.
Behind the scenes, Mike Coppinger and Gabe Rosado dropped some huge insider news on Benn's game plan. He's not training to win a decision. He's going strictly for the knockout. It makes total sense. Garcia has been hurt and dropped before. most notably by Rolly Romero. Benn knows that at 147 pounds, his power is lethal, and he's hunting a clean finish rather than leaving his fate in the judge's hand.
Conor Benn, he's training here in Santa Monica, Max, getting ready for the big fight against Ryan Garcia. It's going to be September 12th, and I am told, and you don't hear this a lot really, I'm told that he is training for the knockout. He knows that Ryan Garcia has been stopped before, happened against Gervonta Davis. He got dropped against Rolly Romero. Conor Benn wants the knockout. He's shown that he has big power at 47. This is going to be his first fight at the weight in, I believe, 4.5 years or so.
To me, that's actually news, Gabe, because not everyone trains for the knockout, right? Yeah. You hear a lot of fighters say, hey, I'm going to train to beat him. If the knockout comes, it comes. What does this mean to you?
I think this is the way he can win the fight, is by knockout. I don't think he can win the fight on points with Ryan. So it's smart if that's what he's aiming for, but it's going to be really tough. Him coming down from 60 to 147. That's scary. I mean, you might lose that power. You know, that's what happens most of the time when Roy Jones, perfect example. Heavyweight champion of the world, went back down to 75 and he lost that power.
That knockout plan comes with a massive risk, though the experts are worried that Benn won't have any real power left after dropping all the way down from 160 pounds. It's a lot like what happened to Roy Jones Jr. when he cut weight to fight Antonio Tarver. Losing that much muscle so quickly can completely drain a fighter and steal the exact power that made them dangerous.
So, you know, it's going to be
even Eubank too. Even when Conor fought Eubank, losing all that weight, it showed in the second fight. So I didn't think that till you mentioned it, because I thought that Conor's gonna win this fight. I think you talk about you put him in.
I think Roy's one of the greatest of all time. By the way.
Roy was 1 or 2 fights away from replacing Sugar Ray Robinson as #1 pound for pound. He never should have gone back down to light heavyweight. It's a good point.
He beats Ruiz and goes right down to 175. And
he was never the same.
You can see
by the way, it wasn't even just the Tarver knockout. Roy, when he went down to 75, it's not that he just got stopped by Glenn Koff Johnson. He lost every round. A guy who never lost a round, no matter who he fought, basically, beating guys one-handed, doing whatever he wanted through 3 divisions. Suddenly, he can't win a round from Glenn Koff Johnson, who's a very good fighter, but he clearly Roy was not the same guy anymore once he lost the 25 pounds.
So it's actually interesting to me that Conor Benn is coming down to 47.
Why is he doing that, you think, Mike?
I mean, obviously it's a big lucrative fight, but
he gonna make money anyway.
Looking at recent form, Ak and Barak give Garcia a lot of credit for his dominant win over Mario Barrios. Even though Barrios was clearly outmatched, Benn, on the other hand, has already proven he can handle bigger guys. He fought Chris Eubank Jr., twice going the distance in a close first fight, then beating him cleanly in the rematch. That shows Benn knows exactly how to handle bigger opponents.
Ryan looked phenomenal against Barrios, right?
Yes.
But Barrios, in my opinion, is not to take credit away from him, because he's still fighting a big welterweight. But he was no match against Ryan Garcia, right? We all thought that fight was going to be over in the first round. But when he stopped him. But Conor Benn is showing us that he can fight a bigger man in Chris Eubank Jr. The first fight, though he lost, it was a super competitive fight, and then going back to beat him fairly easily in the second fight. That he's a real live dog that is willing to bang with a bigger guy, because Ryan is a big welterweight, in my opinion. So I think it's not uncharted territory for him in terms of size. Now, can we compare Eubank Jr. to Ryan Garcia? I don't know, you know what I mean? I think there's some similarities, very little similarities. I think Ryan can do a lot in that ring, you know what I'm saying? Like offensively, a lot. He'll throw more punches than a Eubank Jr. So can Conor deal with that onslaught and be able to land those big shots that he throws? We've seen him knock guys out.
Shifting focus to how Garcia actually wins this fight, the experts point straight to body punching. When a fighter makes a massive weight cut, their body gets super vulnerable downstairs. You can look ripped on the outside, but after cutting that much weight, absorbing hard shots to the body is a totally different story.
Looked like a bodybuilder almost.
Yep.
If Ryan wins this fight, how's he win it?
Ryan can box, or if Conor, especially if he's weight trained, is training for a knockout, like Gabe says, and he's coming in on him, because Conor's a dog, he is. But sometimes, like Joe Frazier was a dog. George Foreman hits so hard that on the way in, it doesn't matter how much dog you have in you get lifted off the canvas, right? And Ryan has that kind of power.
I could see Ryan digging the body, because a guy that is cutting weight, the first thing you want to do is attack the body. So you know,
And
you
Ryan,
can,
the left hook to
you
the
can
body.
physically look good, but that body may not be able to take that punishment.
I just
So
think
That's a great point.
yeah, so I
That's
think,
a
and
good point.
Ryan's a good body puncher.
maybe
At the end of the day, most picks lean toward Garcia. His speed, size, and experience give him a big advantage. But in boxing, crazy upsets happen all the time. If Garcia sticks to that body attack and tests Benn's drained midsection, it could easily be the game changer that decides the fight.
What it takes. I mean, when you got power, especially got power, speed, ferocity like Conor has, of course. Ryan cannot sleep on Conor. I know Ryan goes in and says, oh, I'm gonna knock this guy out. So I know he's going into this fight taking it seriously because he's seen what Conor can do. And you do that against a 160-pounder, whether you think that 160-pounder was drained or not, that's his weight class. That shows he got popped. So of course he has the ability to do it. Is can he get in the inside? And if he gets on the inside, if he's gonna get caught or not.
And also going back to 147, you know what I mean? Like fighting in that weight.
That's a good point.
With against a guy who obviously can blow up and be very heavy on the fight night.
Right.
In Ryan Garcia. But
look what happened to Roy Jones when he went back down to 175.
It can happen.
Right.
But I think it's going to be one of the most entertaining fights this year. I'm predicting that. I don't want to make any predictions now. I'll do it on fight week. But I'm excited.
Everybody know who you're going to pick?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows who I'm going to pick. Nobody knows who I'm going to pick. I'm giving no predictions. I'm giving you Barack type of energy right now. No predictions, all right? I don't give predictions. I'm not that smart to know what's
all right, so
happen.
let's
say
say
Barack. I'm not that smart. I'm not psychic. I don't know what's
exactly
going to
what
happen.
I say. But listen, forget your prediction, right? But is it going to be 60-40? Because obviously nobody's blowing somebody out in your mind, right?
Right.
One fighter is not blowing the other fighter out.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I think you have
the
to
edge
give
that you're giving is going to be like what, a 60-40 or
a
what?
chance. I mean, I think you have to give the edge to Ryan Garcia because of his size, speed, and experience.
And experience, yeah, that's obvious.
But I mean, we've seen bigger upsets.
I know
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
I know
So I'm still going into this fight curious, like what is going to happen after these first few rounds? You know, happen. Like who's going to be landing the biggest shots? And I think, like in most fights, you know, you see the first two rounds, you pretty much have an idea, in most cases, how the fight is going to play out. But we've seen fights turn around in mid-fight. So I don't know.
Okay, so who benefits?
The conversation ultimately lands on the idea that Garcia has something major to prove in this fight. Ben keeps bringing up Garcia's past knockout losses, casting real doubt on his chin. Now, Garcia either has to hunt down a huge knockout himself or show the grit and toughness needed to survive when things get rough.
Right, you see how that ended. And
Ryan's either going to have to take that out of Conor's hands by knocking him unconscious, or he's going to have to show that he has dog in him, that Conor Benn is calling out, saying you don't have that in him. He's going to have to show at some point that, no, I got that.
He emphasized that on an interview, like, look, listen, you are great, you are but I watch you stop. I watched another fighter make you stop. And then when you think about that, I'm like, damn. That makes a good point.
He did make a good point, but to Ryan's credit, he did get off the canvas against a gold medalist and Luke Campbell and score a knockout. So I think he deserves that credit.
No, I'm talking about dogs. I'm talking about you unleashed the collar and you put him in there with a dog. Luke ain't no dog. He's a good fighter, he ain't no dog, though.
Conor Benn's
that's a dog, you know?
That's a pretty good bark.
Yeah, it is.
Looking at who actually gains more from a victory, everyone agrees Conor Benn has the most to win here. A victory over Ryan Garcia leaves zero room for excuses. It proves Benn can go toe-to-toe with one of America's biggest stars at his true weight, instantly skyrocketing his fame way beyond what his Eubank wins ever could.
More from a victory.
Oh man, obviously Conor Benn, right? I think because this would be, I think the Eubank fight was a huge fight, right? But there are a lot of question marks in it from other people. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. People are saying that he drained to make 160, which is, that's his weight class, so people shouldn't complain about that. It's foolishness. But the public, the general public that loves to hate Conor, they'll throw those things out there. There's no excuses right now. If Conor wins this fight, nobody can make any excuses. He's going down to fight one of the biggest names in America for a world title.
And he's a small
in his prime.
147.
Right. That's more. So that's why I think he stands more to gain. And I think that nothing can be said, no excuses can be made, and I think Conor would instantly be a star. Right? I mean, not that he's not a star now, but I think America he'll be huge.
Ryan Garcia is watching that weight cut very closely, warning that Benn's return to 147 pounds could backfire completely. For Garcia, camp isn't just about grinding harder, it's about training smarter and protecting your body. He's openly questioning if Benn can shrink back down to welterweight and still perform at his best after spending years fighting much heavier.
You can do all the work, all the discipline shit, all the shit you do, but at times it gets dumb.
Yeah.
You could, it's not how, sometimes not as hard as you work, it's that's how smart you work. So you could be doing all that dumb shit you're doing right now, beating your body down. Your body's gonna tell you the truth and be like, yo, you doing too much. You get down, your body not meant to be at 147. Like, oh, look how big you are. You're big papas. You put too much weight. And historically, I'm telling you, Conor, historically, time has always said, when the fighter goes up, then comes down.
Benn couldn't care less about what's happening inside Garcia's camp. Mind games or extra training, Benn says none of it changes his mission. He's completely focused on putting in the work every single day, snatching Garcia's title, and proving he belongs at the top.
It's all just noise, mate. It don't really concern me, don't bother me. I'm just coming in there to take his title off him. That's it. So whether he's training hard or not, whether he's using antics to make it like he's not training hard, it ain't going to change the way I prepare. I prepare diligently hard and always put the work in.
And what relates to this quite well, Terence Crawford come out on social media and warned Garcia after he said he'd knock you out in 5. Do you think he's taking you seriously enough, Ryan?
Of course. You don't get to where you get to world level or top level contenders and not take it serious.
Promoter Frank Smith believes Ryan Garcia might be stepping into the toughest fight of his entire life against Conor Benn. Sure, Garcia gets the edge on paper thanks to his experience and higher level competition, but Smith warns you can't sleep on Benn's relentless work ethic. With a WBC world title on the line, this massive moment could easily bring out the absolute best version of Benn we've ever seen.
To one of your old stablemates now being paired up with Ryan Garcia. We've now seen Conor Benn. He's going to go into what I consider to be a real fight for him. What's your reaction to that fight?
Yeah, look, I think it will be the hardest fight of his career to date. One thing about Conor Benn, as much as my views may have changed personally, he trains very hard. He'll give it his all. It's going to be a great fight and it will be an entertaining fight, I'm sure. I think Ryan Garcia, though, arguably, is another level to the opponents he's been in terms of levels. But I can't write Conor off. I'm not going to sit here and write him off in that fight because he's going to go out there. This changes his life. He's had a dream to become the WBC world champion. I'd anticipate that belt is on the line unless there's any differences with Zuffa. But yeah, I wish him all the best. It's a great fight. It's a massive fight for the sport of boxing.
That high level of competition is exactly why Frank Smith sees this fight as such a massive deal. He calls Garcia versus Benn a true blockbuster, the exact kind of mega fight he dreamed of making when he promoted Benn. You've got two of the biggest, loudest personalities in boxing representing the US and the UK, giving the showdown everything it needs to grab worldwide attention.
But in this instance, would you have put Conor Benn into a fight with Ryan Garcia?
Yeah, I said it publicly before. It was a huge fight. I said it. The build-up for it will be massive. It's two big characters in Conor Benn and Ryan Garcia. From the UK, US coming together. I guess they'd do it in the US, in Vegas, probably. So yeah, of course, if we were still promoting Conor Benn, of course that would be a fight that we would target. And wish them both all the best in it.
Jeff Mayweather breaks down what each guy needs to do to win. He says Garcia's best path is to box smart from the outside. He needs to stay disciplined, keep his distance, and avoid getting trapped in the corners where Benn's heavy hands can take over. Mayweather isn't downplaying Garcia's power, but he warns that Benn's natural size gives his punches a totally different weight, something Garcia has to respect.
Conor, what does he have to do to win?
It's one of those fights where Ryan's going to have to box smart, and he's going to have to do the exact same thing. He's going to have to fight from long range and not allow Conor Benn to get him in the corners or get in the exchanges. Because Conor is a bigger puncher. I won't say he's a bigger puncher because Ryan can really punch too, but I think that Conor is just the bigger fighter. And so I think the effect of his punches may be a little different.
Mayweather also raised serious concerns about Benn bouncing around in weight. Benn fought at 160 and 150 pounds before dropping back down to 147 for this match. It's the exact same issue Roy Jones Jr. faced when he went up to heavyweight and tried coming back down. That kind of drastic weight shift takes a massive physical toll on your body.
That could be something that could really backfire on him. Kind of like it did back when Roy Jones went from heavyweight, came back down, and was never the same fighter ever again. And it could happen to Conor too.
Beyond the fight itself, Barry McGuigan sees this as a massive career opportunity for Conor Benn. He believes Benn is starting to make real waves in the US boxing market, following in the footsteps of a select few British fighters who truly broke through overseas. Since Garcia is already a huge American superstar, a win here could launch Benn's global star power to a whole new level.
I think Conor Benn, from what I'm seeing, is making a bit of noise in America at the minute. You know, I feel like outside of some of the other British names, probably Fury, maybe AJ, you probably have to say Conor Benn is making some noise. Like Ryan Garcia is a superstar. I've seen him out in America. He's a genuine superstar. And yeah, they've both got, let's say, tarnished past things about him.
It's a genius move from Conor, because like you say, he's touching outside of your boxing fan. He's getting that social media presence.
Eddie Hearn warns that making 147 pounds could play a huge role in how this fight goes, especially since Benn is dropping back down after fighting at heavier weights. Hearn feels the weight class physically favors Garcia and believes Benn's ability to survive that brutal cut will be the deciding factor on fight night.
A lot of legal questions that need answering, and we'll deal with that appropriately. But you know, in terms of that fight, I think it's a good fight. You know, I don't think it's a big fight in America. I think it's a big fight in the UK. Obviously, Ryan's a big star in America. Conor's not. Ryan's a bigger star in the UK than Conor is in America, and Conor's a big star in the UK. So. Yeah, I don't think it's a fight that's going to do massive numbers, but I like the fight. I think it's exciting. I think at 147, Ryan's a big fight. I don't think Conor should be fighting at 147. I think, you know, I like him up at 160 or up towards that weight class, but I don't see a way he beats Ryan Garcia at 147.
Ryan Garcia isn't holding back on Conor Benn's weight cut struggles. He points out that Benn already announced this will be his last fight at 147 pounds, calling that proof of how brutal the cut has become for him. Garcia even brings up that there's no rehydration clause in place, mocking Benn by saying he can weigh whatever he wants on fight night because the weight cut is clearly wearing him down.
It don't matter.
He's mentioning his weight cut ahead of the fight.
He already said that this is his last fight at 147. That shows you that he is having, it's a nightmare right now.
Okay, if he misses weight, how much money do you get? How does that work?
We already negotiated that. I really don't know the terms, but
he has to make weight.
Okay.
He'll make weight.
Since you're in so much...
I told him, because he said, oh, discipline, this. I said, bro, you could be disciplined and dumb at the same time. Like, bro, your mind could say this, your heart could say that, but your body will tell you the truth. You could do the whole weight cut, my God. Thank you for the work. Thank you. You could do all the work, all the discipline shit, all the shit you do, but at times it gets dumb.
Yeah.
You could, it's not sometimes not as hard as you work, it says how smart you work. So you could be doing all that dumb shit you're doing right now, beating your body down. Your body's gonna tell you the truth and be like, yo, you doing too much. You get down, your body's not meant to be at 147. My God, look how big you are.
Garcia brings up boxing history to back up his doubts, pointing straight to Roy Jones Jr. as a classic warning. Jones moved up in weight, got used to being bigger, and struggled big time when he tried cutting back down. Garcia argues that once your body gets comfortable carrying extra weight, forcing it back down, especially after looking drained in past fights, almost never ends well.
I'm telling you, Conor, historically, time has always said, when a fighter goes up, then comes down, he's never the same. Roy Jones Jr., you know, once you make the decision to move up, you stay up. Yeah. Because now you already tasted the greener side of life, and your body's like, yes, I don't have to do that no more. But now you're deciding to do it again, and this time, last time was 150, and you looked like you were dead. Now you gotta go another 3? Woo-hoo.
When it comes to his own legacy, Garcia isn't treating Ben like an easy warm-up. He gives Ben real credit for beating Eubank Jr. and respects that he isn't fighting an old, faded veteran. For Garcia, beating a legit in his prime fighter like Ben is the ultimate way to silence his critics and prove he truly belongs at the top as a world champion.
Is there any bigger satisfaction to shut up the entire group of haters and the new and still you with the belt?
Yeah, of course, it's gonna be fun because people always got on me about never being a world champion. Now that I'm a world champion, you know, now I'm gonna defend it, and it's just gonna be funny to be seeing everybody's facial expressions when they really don't got shit to say about me now. Like, bro, I made the money, I'm a big star, and now I'm a world champion. What do you say now? You feel me? What do you say now? It's like kind of sad.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm fighting a bum. Like I'm fighting Conor Benn. Like he's not like, he's a name, you know?
He beat Eubank.
He beat Eubank. You know, Eubank's the big boy. So it's like, if you talk shit on that, I mean, you just a hater. And he's young. It's not like I'm fighting an old head. Like I'm fighting a young fighter.
You're not fighting a 48-year-old man. Which some fighters are trying to do right now.
Yeah, they always take credit for beating people.
According to Sean Porter, that same speed and ability could be the key to Ryan controlling the fight. Porter expects Garcia to use his quickness to manage the distance, dictate the pace, and keep Ben from comfortably applying pressure. Given Ryan's recent performances, Porter also believes a knockout is a realistic possibility if Garcia lands the right opening.
How do you think that fight will go down?
I think that fight, based off of how Ryan Garcia just looked in his last fight, I mean, it looks like he beats Conor Benn. Conor Benn has a style that matches what Ryan is good. You know, the style clash favors Ryan Garcia because of his speed, because of his power from the outside. So definitely a tough fight for Conor Benn. Again, based off of Ryan's last fight, I would say 60-40. Ryan Garcia wins that fight, possibly KO, but Conor is very, very tough, and that's what I already knew about him, but I got to see it firsthand when we sparred. He's much more versatile than we saw in the first fight with Eubank. Comes back in a rematch against Eubank. We see the versatility, we see the speed, the foot movement, and things of that nature. Those were the things that I saw.
Whether it comes down to Garcia's sharp long-range speed or Ben's relentless pressure and ambition, this fight has all the ingredients of an instant classic. With pride, legacy, and global stardom on the line, both men have everything to lose and everything to prove. When that opening bell rings, answers will finally be delivered, and boxing will have its next defining moment.